6 people are starving to death in British prisons right now. They are Tayuta Hoja, Cameron Ahmed, Keser Zura, Amu Jib, Hibat Marasi, and John Sink. The government will not let them go to trial, will not let them out on bail, and will not stop arming Israel. They have been refusing food since the 2nd of November. Today is the 22nd of November. That's 3 weeks. By now, their bodies are eating themselves. Their hearts are breaking down. They could die today, tomorrow, next week. They are not convicted criminals. They have not had a trial. They have been locked up for over a year waiting. The normal legal limit for somebody waiting in jail pre-trial is 182 days. They have blown past that, but the government is holding them anyway. What did they do? They broke into Elbit factory in Filton and spray painted some planes. No one was hurt. They damaged property. Property that belongs to the company that builds the bombs that are killing thousands of people in Gaza. Elbit is an Israeli arms company. It supplies the Israeli military. The activists smashed windows, damaged equipment, and spray painted walls. They were trying to bring attention to Britain's role in the genocide. They were arrested the same day in violent raids. When counter-terrorism police arrested Cameron Ahmed, it was at dawn, and they denied his elderly parents food and medication for hours. Cameron is their only carer. He's not expected to face trial until June 2026. David Sink is not expected to face trial until January 2027. Amu Jib, also known as Amy Gibson, was put into solitary confinement by guards at Bronzefield for embroidering Free Palestine on a cushion. They report regular use of solitary confinement on people who have not been charged of any crimes. While the others are being held in Bronzefield in Surrey, Hepa was transferred hundreds of miles to Yorkshire and is being held in Wakefield prison. Campaigners described this as a deliberate punishment known as ghosting, but it's basically exile. They've moved her away from London where her family is and alienated this person. Again, no charges. And they confiscated her hijab. T is 29 years old and being held in Peterborough. She's not expected to get a trial date until April next year. She has a 17-year-old sister named Rama, who she helped study for her GCSEs from inside prison. Rama got her highest grade in GCSE English this summer, while T was on her first hunger strike. She refused food for 22 days in August and told visitors, "Don't worry about me." But her body carries the damage of that first hunger strike. She weighs 50 kg. Here's what happens to your body when you stop eating. From days 1 to 3, your body uses the sugar stored in your muscles and your liver. You feel weak, dizzy, and have headaches. Your blood sugar drops. From days 3 to 10, your body switches to burning fat. This is called ketosis. In this phase, you lose weight quickly, but you feel shit, exhausted, irritable, and faint. Your blood pressure starts dropping and you can pass out. After day 10, your body runs out of fat. At this point, it starts to eat your muscles, including your heart. Your heart is a muscle. This makes your heart weaker. Even if you survive, bouts of starvation will weaken your heart muscle indefinitely. You keep getting weaker, and then your immune system starts to collapse. Your body cannot balance its own chemistry anymore. And so in the balance of the electrolytes, things can start to go wrong. The amount of potassium, sodium, and magnesium that your body needs to function is an exact science. This is why reintroducing food can now also cause you to die. If the body is starved and then suddenly gets food again, that sudden shift in chemistry causes heart failure and seizures. Refeeding requires medical supervision. It needs to be slow, and these electrolytes need monitoring. When Amu started their strike, their weight plummeted 5 kgs in 7 days. They were denied medical care, and the prison barred them from using the gym. Prison officials gave Hubba Marasi a detailed medical explanation of exactly how her organs are going to break down, and graphic detail of what will happen to her body during hunger strike. This is psychological pressure. This is the person they've alienated in Yorkshire. So she's being gaslit by the prison services. Kesser was 19 when she was arrested, and when she announced her hunger strike, 5 prison guards manhandled her. They forced her into a cell and instructed other prisoners not to help her. Prison staff refused her request for electrolytes, with a nurse telling her they do not consider it a hunger strike until she stops drinking water. Let's compare this treatment to other crimes. What can you get bail for in Britain? Well, you can kill someone drunk driving and get bail. You can commit fraud worth millions and get bail. You can beat someone unconscious outside a nightclub and get bail. Rolf Harris, convicted of 12 counts of indecent assault against children, got bail and walked free until his court date. Gary Glitter, the convicted pedophile, was granted multiple bails. In 2023, a man in London was convicted of rape. He got bail. While on bail, he raped again. Bail is routinely granted for violent offences, sexual offences, serious fraud. Because the legal principle is simple. You are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Remand, which is holding someone in jail before trial, is supposed to be rare, only used when someone is a flight risk or a danger to the public. What did the Filton 24 do? They broke windows and spray painted planes. No one was hurt, no one was threatened. They filmed it and posted it online, so they are clearly not trying to hide. Yet they have been in jail, no bail, no trial, no conviction, for over a year, and they are now on hunger strike. And they are being grossly mishandled and abused by the prison services. Let's talk about the people who sell those weapons, shall we? Elbit? Over 40,000 Palestinians dead, at least, since October 2023. Elbit system weapons are used by Israel to bomb hospitals, schools, people in tents. Their executives are not in jail. They are not on trial. The Ministry of Defence is preparing to award Elbit a £2 billion contract. They provide electronic warfare systems to the Royal Navy. Israel wouldn't exist without British backing. 2 former senior Ministry of Defence officials now sit on Elbit's board, Sir Simon Bollum and Sir Mark Poffley. That is called the revolving door. While technically legal, it is incredibly ethically corrupt. Moving from a government job into a company that benefits from a government contract is not okay, especially when it's the war industry. So the people who make the bombs that kill the children get government contracts and knighthoods, and the people trying to bring awareness to that fact die starving in jail without trial. The government needs to drop the terrorist framing, grant them bail, and set court dates. In any functioning legal system, the trials would have happened months ago. The prescription of Palestine action is a gross misuse of illegitimate power. Let's be clear. A misinformed public voted in a Labour government, and that Labour government sold them out to Trevor Chin. Banning a non-violent protest group as terrorism, while you sanction the use of Darvo tactics on activists in British jails, is a legal and moral disgrace. You are not a person without power. Share this video. Talk about these people. Do not let the silence continue. Silence is what the British government is counting on. They think that you will not notice when 6 people die for their rights in a British jail. They think you will not care. Prove them wrong.